Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The young and restless, Jack brings Ashley into the loop on Alan. Chance loses patience with Summer and Alan returns. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At Society, Summer tells Chance he's right. I am jealous of Claire. She wants to be mature and gracious about the whole thing. But she hates that Claire gets to see Harrison as much as she does. Chance thinks this is about Kyle too. Summer knows it's pathetic and she's sorry. It's not fair to him. Chance is glad she's finally being honest with herself and with him. But where do they go from here? Summer tells Chance he's right. She hasn't been feeling her feelings or processed any of this. She asks if he feels this way when he sees Abby with Devin and Dom. Chance says it stings a bit, but it's not jealousy. He was hoping Summer was further along in the healing process too. He knows this isn't easy. But for you, it feels like there's more to it. Summer says she's tired, but Chance urges her to admit the hard stuff and not back away. Summer insists she needs some time to process. He wonders how long this would take given it's been going on for a while now. It's been long enough now. I can't keep going on with the way things have been. Summer agrees that Chance deserves answers, but she doesn't have any. Chance wants to talk it out, but she wants to go say goodnight to Harrison. Chance understands, but he still doesn't think they should leave it this way. Summer insists they need to process, and then they can discuss it. Chance wants to discuss it now. What she feels for Kyle isn't going away. She'll have to deal with it on her own. He steps away to take a call about her mother's case, and Summer leaves. At Sharon's place, Phyllis questions if it's a good idea for her and Nick to leave right now when they're close to finding the person who almost killed them. She supposes she could text them with updates. She worries that London is a quick train ride to Paris, and they could wind up in danger. Nick agrees they should cancel for now. Sharon also agrees they can go to London when this is all over and make it a true family trip. Phyllis thinks they're close. Sharon says whoever they are will face justice. Phyllis suggests they try to find him themselves. Nick asks if they all agree there's a solid chance Alan Laurent is behind this. Sharon finds it far-fetched that Alan would have had anything to do with what happened to her and Phyllis. Nick points out he has a degree in psychology and a connection to that clinic in Paris. It's a hell of a coincidence. Sharon says he barely knows her and doesn't know Phyllis at all. Phyllis agrees. It's random. Nick argues that he did hypnosis on Sharon. They go over how competent he seemed. Phyllis says psychopaths know how to fake sincerity, and no one will figure it out until it's too late. Nick thinks Phyllis is right. The culprit is very clever and has convinced everyone they're normal and not threatening at all. Sharon asks, but Alan? Nick starts searching online and finds out Alan had a twin brother who died last year in Paris after a struggle with his brother. Martin had multiple psychological afflictions. In her suite at the club, Traci hopes she's wrong about Alan. Her phone rings. It's Jack. He's called her many times today and asks how she's doing. She's had no word from Alan. Jack urges her to get some rest. They disconnect and Traci exhales. In the jazz lounge, Jack puts his phone away and notices Ashley walk in. He greets her with a hug, and she mutters about Diane turning their home into a construction zone. He asks if she saw Alan when she was in Paris. She frowns. No, was I supposed to? They sit and Ashley bubbles on about how Traci happy is with Alan. Jack grimaces. Ashley sees him and thinks he's being protective. Jack warns there are some things he needs to tell her. Traci didn't want him getting into this with her while she was out of the country. But we're concerned about everyone's safety. Ashley wonders what Alan has to do with it. Jack asks, do you think it is at all possible that Martin is the one who survived that fall in Paris? Ashley gulps. Ashley tells Jack it's not possible that Alan died and that Martin is alive. He's been living under their roof. How long could he keep up the charade? Jack asks her to tell him what Alan said about his twin. They go over Martin's penchant for imitating Alan. Ashley recalls that she once fell for it. Jack says this is why he's concerned. Ashley remembers that Martin assaulted her and triggered her did. Ashley tells Jack you can't possibly think that Alan is dead and Martin is alive. He's been nothing but loving to Traci. What is she missing? Jack agrees. He's been a perfect gentleman. But everything is moving so quickly. Ashley asks what his agenda would be. What if he is Alan, and they destroyed Traci's happiness by accusing him? Jack asks, and what if it's Martin? Ashley says, then we've been in danger for months, Jack, and Traci's in danger now. Jack tells Ashley that while she was away in Paris, Sharon and Phyllis were abducted and held captive. They're safe, but they were held in an abandoned psych clinic and forced to play life and death games. Their captor told them it was an experiment. Chance is looking into it, but Traci saw alerts on Alan's phone about a security breach that perfectly timed with what happened at the clinic. Ashley agrees this is disturbing. Where exactly is Alan now? We have to get to Traci. In her suite, Traci is having a glass of water when Alan walks through the door. He chortles that this is the moment he's been waiting for, and she rushes over to give him a hug. They talk about the change in wedding plans, and Alan says Jack asking to do it at their home makes him feel like part of the family. Traci asks about the surprise he was putting together for her. He says being together in their suite will have to be the surprise. They laugh. Alan enthuses about plans for the marriage, but admits he worries Jack's not thrilled about him joining the family. Traci admits he can be a little protective. He senses something is wrong. She insists she's fine, just a little tired. He thinks she's irked because he didn't call ahead, or is it something else? Have you changed your mind about us? Traci admits she's had time to do a little thinking. He's wonderful, and she loves being with him, but the engagement was sudden. It was easy to get swept away in the romance of it all. Alan wants to start their life together. She says it's already started. She asks, why rush? I feel like there should be some middle ground. He asks if something has happened to scare her off of a future with him. Traci assures him they're partners for life, but he can tell something's changed. Traci tells him that his love has healed her heart from Brad and Steve, but they need to slow down a bit. Alan gushes about picturing a life with her, together, always. What are they waiting for? Traci says she wants them both to be absolutely sure. Alan says he is sure. This is about your feelings, Traci. Has somebody said something to you? Something to make you back away from me? At Sharon's place, Chance tells her, Phyllis and Nick that he spoke with the Paris clinic. They had no knowledge of the gas control valve purchased. Sharon asks if there were other purchases they didn't recognize. Chance says yes, a lease for a farmhouse just outside of Genoa City. Sharon realizes that's where he must have stayed when he was holding them captive. Phyllis exclaims that this Alan Laurent guy is connected to the clinic. It has to be him, and he's in Genoa City now. Is that not enough for Chance? Chance says no, not yet. Phyllis says the guy saw his brother die. That's enough to make you go crazy. Sharon worries this might be a setup. Alan has been nothing but helpful. Besides, what motive could he have? Nick asks Chance if there's anything else he's not telling them about Alan, the case, or both. Chance understands they're frustrated, but until he gets concrete evidence, Phyllis erupts. What else does he need? Nick warns they're still in danger. Sharon says if Alan was the voice, she needs to know now. Phyllis realizes Chance doesn't want to break rules. She'll break rules. Sharon protests that he needs to be stopped. Phyllis frets that this guy could take a shot at them whenever they feel like it. Chance reminds her they have security. Sharon argues the people they love could be the next target. Nick says they need to know if Alan's the subject. Chance sighs. If it's Alan, and admits that Traci's concerned that Martin, the twin, may have been the one who survived the fall last year. Nick says, the twin who was in and out of psych wards. Phyllis adds, like the one we were trapped in. In the jazz lounge, Ashley chastises Jack about not telling her sooner about Alan. She asks why he was in Paris. Jack says he was supposedly planning a wedding surprise for Traci, but she questioned if it was an escape plan. He says if it's Martin, he may never come back. Ashley fears for Traci. Jack admits it's tearing her apart. She wants to be wrong more than anything in the world. Ashley asks, you think it's true, don't you? Jack concedes that he believes the man is a serious threat. Ashley is trying to wrap her mind around this. Jack reminds her Traci did not know Alan well before the one twin died. He asks her to think about when she saw him in the clinic. Ashley snaps that if he tries to hurt Traci, she'll kill him herself. Jack assures her if this is Martin, he will pay for everything he's done. Ashley frets that she brought this man into their lives. She needs to go see Traci right now. Jack says, wait, they need to get some sleep. Ashley doesn't think they can take the risk of waiting. In Traci's suite, Alan asks if Jack said something about him that changed her mind. She insists he's been nothing but supportive. She assures him they'll have a beautiful wedding and say their vows. Just not right away. Alan nods. What are we now? Traci says they are two people who love each other and are building a life together. Alan, I want to marry you. She just wants to slow down and take it step by step. He's always been understanding and generous. Can't he respect her feelings and give her the time she's asking for? Alan tells Traci he left Paris, his work, and his home for her. He can't understand why she's not sure she wants to get married. Traci argues she's only changing the timetable. If it makes her more comfortable, isn't that enough? Alan knows she's holding something back, because I know you better than you think I do. He warns Traci he can read people. Something's changed. Something about your eyes. Her voice is tight, and there's no warmth. Her body language too. There's suspicion in your eyes. Traci can see she's hurt him, and she's so sorry. Alan asks if she's waiting for him to reveal something. Do you doubt my honesty? You doubt me, don't you? Traci reaches into her pocket and dials Jack, who is still in the jazz lounge with Ashley. Jack hears Alan's voice saying, "Answer me, Traci. What have you found out? Why do you seem so afraid of me now?" Next on The Young and the Restless, Jack and Ashley worry about Traci's safety, and Chance uncovers shocking information.